finding progress will come in your life. So I don't want these sessions to be theoretical sessions. It has to be practical and value add. After the 4 weeks, you should find difference. So we have to execute this. Okay. Now, what we are going to do for that is I am going to personally track this project execution with all of you people. Okay. And today I was really thinking about it. I've built up a nice way of doing it. I'll share my screen, quickly show it to you guys, and then we will be further getting in more details about it. Okay. Just 1 second. I'm sharing the screen. So I'm just giving the base context before we get on to the questions which were answered. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Sharing the screen. So just have a look here, everybody. Okay. So I've created a separate Google form where we are going to track all of these activities. Okay. So identify your, so this is the project that we are going to do, like 5-step process for really upgrading your current level. So identify your areas of improvement from multiple sources, prioritize it, and then identify which courses or training you should do in order to grow in these skills, and then start taking actions on that. And then comes the later stage. So at least the top 3, and in fact top 4 we want to do as part of this full season. Okay, so everybody should do it. If you are already a working professional, then you will eventually get here. If you are a job seeker, then also you should have some courses which you should keep practicing and doing it. So step 3 and 2, 3, 4 even applies for job seekers, based upon which is your most important skill which you need to acquire right now. Maybe it could be anything, okay, which is job seeking related. So now I have done this form which is going to have some basic details, okay, like areas of improvement suggested by your manager. Next, areas of improvement, whatever we discussed so far, I've put it up into a form suggested by your team members. Next, areas of improvement based upon your analysis, which goes like whatever you feel about it. Next, accordingly, we should have a final list of priority improvements. The top 3 improvements should be there. Okay, so let's say, let me even name it top 3 improvements. You need to identify what are your 3 next growth areas. You should have a very clear picture, because without this clarity you will never improve, because there is so much to improve, right? But what is your next 3 major improvement that you want? Then based upon that, whatever is the most burning training you have to grow into, you need to start taking some courses about it, where you are doing it. I want all those details from you. And then training schedule, like how much time you will spend per day or per week on accomplishing that. And guys, why am I asking all this is so that you think in this direction and make it possible. Okay. And then we have even added key, what is your strategy for really being along growth minded people? This was also one of the topic, and this is what it is. Okay. Now, what is expected thing is, just now I will share this form in chat here. Okay, this form I'll just give it to you, and this form is going to be a ever editable form. Okay, so today for the first time when you submit it, mute everyone, mute. Okay, so today for the first time when you submit it, it will get submitted. Okay, but on a regular basis, maybe every day or by the end of maybe Fridays or mid of the week, the same form link, you keep editing it and keep updating how you are progressing in each of this area. Okay, so at least dekho, right now what are we going to do? Yesterday we discussed set up some due dates, okay, when you will be having call with your manager. So just text field may just include those information. With regards to having the discussion with your manager to know your improvement areas, what is your plan, what is the due date, just include one liner about everything. So I've made every column as mandatory column. Wherever you don't have information right now, just mark it as hyphen. But if there is some plan running in your mind with regards to each of this area, just write down one-liner statement about it. Otherwise, mark it like hyphen or just something like that. Okay. And then what we will do is we will closely track this as the next 2-3 weeks continue. Okay, who is progressing? How is it progressing? And I will even work one-on-one with you on your WhatsApp chats to really make this a success. Okay, so I don't want you guys to be all alone in this. So we will really make this key by the end of this program. You feel career, कुछ तो planning, strategizing and execution में you got better than who you were at the day one of the program. Okay, so right now I am sending this. Just take 5 minutes. Don't spend too much time in filling each of it right now. One liner, or even right now you can just put a hyphen in each of the category, and then next time onwards I will enable edit of this. Okay, so let's do it one thing. Yeah, so right now if you have a clear plan, just do it, and next time onwards we'll just keep editing this. So I'll even simplify your life. Right now I'm making it as not required. Okay, so because maybe you might not have a plan. If you have a plan for anything, due dates for anything, fill it up. But otherwise I'm making it optional, so it saves some of your time. And then maybe tomorrow you'll fill, and I'll keep tracking this progress. Okay, who is progressing how, and what kind of support is required from my side in order to make it possible. Okay, so fine, I'm just making everything as not required, so it's only the basic details are there. So guys, everybody, okay, we all have something to improve upon. Doesn't matter what role you are, how much experience you have, there is always the next level. So I would suggest you guys to fill this sheet up. Okay, and even if you're a job seeker, so maybe yes, you already have somebody saying YouTube is live. I think we already made it live. Nahi hai kya? Okay, fill this, guys. Everybody fill this. Pasted it in the chat. Fill this. Think about it. Take some time. We want results to come. Okay, so not improving is not an option. Let's keep it like that. Yeah, yeah, Saroj, it's running live. Maybe I can just paste that in the chat. Okay. So everybody, you, and always guys, this is a constant process all throughout your life. You should keep improving towards something. So right now we are taking just the first step for going in that direction. So just fill up some details. If you feel managerial discussion is not applicable for you, just put there not applicable. Okay, so there is nothing like right or wrong. We want to know what is your way of handling that. Okay, Saroj, she's saying now it's like, okay, Agani, it took some time. So one thing which you should learn from this exercise that we are doing is don't rush to straight away implementation. Give some time to think what's the right way. Somebody said this very nice thing, ki a decision made without information is a bad decision, just that you don't know it yet. Okay, again thoda sun lo again. Okay, the decision made without right information is already a bad decision, just that you don't know it yet. So right now, even if you finalize, yeah, I should work on, I should upgrade this skill, this certification, or something else. But if you have not analyzed from multiple angles and prioritized, okay, what is your most important skill which you need to do, you might spend the next 3 months in doing some training, but you might really not find value in that. Okay, because pre-work has not happened. You don't know what your seniors think, what your manager thinks, what yesterday we discussed that things, plus your thinking. Combine everything and then do it. So decisions has to be taken with right information. Then only it gives success. Okay, fine. Start filling up, everyone. If you already have some entries, some values like due dates or some plan for each of the category, you can just submit that as well. Hey guys, देखो, somebody has filled it up, which is not right. Okay, I'll already tell you. The answers are like to improve my skills. That's what it is. What skills? Okay, your planning should be concrete. Okay, but what is the your problem first of all? What skill problem you have? You need to write down. I'm not able to manage. I'm not able to execute. I'm not able to debug. You need to get granular in your problems. Okay, this is very generic. Okay, and the second comment somebody has said ki learn more. What to learn more? So okay, you guys are not thinking clean. So guys, take some more time. If you are filling this with details, be very precise. Okay, what are your problems? What you need to spend more time on? Which skill is required, which is not required? How will you grow forward in your career? Clear cut thinking, guys. Okay, so don't just rush and fill it up. That's not the target of just filling this information. Okay, the target is to fill it rightly and think about it. So when there is clarity in your thought process, results will come. So if you are filling it, fill it clean, proper. Maybe 5 more minutes will take. Okay, yes, you guys can maybe submit it right now. You can submit it right now, later on edit it. It's a editable form. Okay, you don't have to write the full plan here. So I'm giving it, okay, you will keep doing your status updates there. Okay, so the same form link, maybe every single day, or we will catch up, maybe let's say discuss on Monday or Tuesday. Okay, by how is the progress going? We will take something. I'll be in connect with chat with you if I find that something is not really proper, if it is confusing. Okay. Okay, you just have to fill this sheet. Okay, no need to send anything to me. Just bookmark this sheet with you. So just fill this data in the sheet itself. Behind the screen, the data will come to me, and then I can work with you guys. Okay. Take more 4 minutes, guys, and quickly just submit it. 9:25, and then we will move to the next piece. We'll start walking through all the. We will start walking through all of the questions which were asked yesterday. Okay, somebody is saying, okay, what is the point number 4? Final prioritized list of improvements. Okay, it is nothing but you need to compare all the information which you got as part of improvements suggested by your manager, improvements suggested by your team members, then whatever we discussed yesterday about career planning, plus whatever you feel you should improve. So considering these 4 inputs, then you have to brainstorm, okay, where exactly you should put efforts in, what is your most urgent and important item which you should grow into, and then merge that and then come up with the top 3 items. Because you will get multiple inputs if you really think about it. You will start finding, okay, oh, I have improvement here, I have improvement there. And different people say when you interact, they will give you more ideas. Hey, this is your problem. Can you work on this? It will make you better. So yesterday's session will give you something. Your team members will give you something. Okay. So collecting input, merging it, and point 4 is prioritizing the top 3 where you want to work. Once you know the top 3, then you pick the skill accordingly. Okay. Step by step, jate guys. It's not for like finishing today. It's like next 2-3 weeks may we should really master. We should have our training selected. We should also start doing the training, and then we will even track that. Many people are starting trainings, they are not finishing it. How will we learn then? Okay, so we will convert it into a system of habit where we really consistently train ourselves, progress on that. So we will move through. Guys, 2 more minutes. Okay, 2 more minutes, and then we'll move forward. So far it's like around 30 people who has filled it up. I really want to work with you guys, okay, to really improve. The primary reason ki dekho, why I really want you to succeed. Okay, there was this case. I was firing one of a team member. Okay, unfortunately, whatever happened, I was helpless. Okay, literally helpless. rest of the team member did not wanted to work with him because they are saying कि whatever he does, we have to rework everything. So quality is bad. He's not able to code right. We have to rework everything. It's like double time for us. We are stretching late nights doing it, over weekend doing it, and he's not able to do his job properly. So when that happens as a manager, the best thing to do is move such people out of the system, because otherwise the good people will go. They will be like, I'm doing his work, then why are you even paying him? And then why am I required to stretch? That's how low performances becomes problem. Okay. So I was helpless. I had to do that. He might have his own version, the team did it to me, but fact is fact. Okay. So it was becoming a pain to really have him in the system. And then when we were discussing, okay, this was like 3 years ago incident, when 3 4 years ago maybe. So when we were discussing, to literally that guy started crying in front of me. His eyes were like, I still remember that face. Okay. And I know ki how much pain he was feeling, and I was able to also relate with it. 4 साल experience का बंदा है, he is having 4 years, but he is so helpless. I am so helpless कि we cannot do it. We cannot really continue. We cannot do a kind of just a social service के कर लो, because we gave him chance to improve for 6 months. Now that's where the problem is. It's not that we identified and we had to take action. We gave chance for 6 months. We keep giving him feedback. He's not improving, not improving. But still after 6 months, the team is now becoming frustrated. So but then I felt so helpless. Ki yaar, improve nahi kiya. And then I somewhere felt ki if I can really help the guys to grow in themselves, so at least a bit life will be simple for each one of us. Okay? And then I realized ki just telling say things don't work. So I have grown in my leadership journey from 0 years to 12 years, from leading nobody to leading 40 members. So then I realized ki there is a reason why only 20% of the world is successful, 80% will be average, because just telling is not going to do it. If you want results, you need to work with the people to get the results. And that's the reason this Google form is coming right now, where I ask you to really submit the data, because then you will be more involved. You will track yourself. You will think, I will measure you. I will monitor you. Okay, where are you? Why are you not feeling? What's the problem? Can we do this? And then when that happens, you will come out of your shell to really take actions. Then you will start thinking. So it's not like I'm trying to pinpoint wrong things in you, but because I am monitoring, are you really doing it? That will make you to really think in the right manner to do the things. And that's how you will guaranteed get results, because we all have potential, just that it is not tapped yet. That's the problem. Okay? So just understand, karte. Okay, you come with this attitude, things will happen. Now, one by one, let's spend next 30 minutes to walk through all the queries which were submitted in yesterday's form. Okay, I will not take the names of the people because I don't know whether they really want those names to be taken or not. So let's keep it anonymous. Okay, so let's keep it anonymous. However, I'll walk through the full list here. Okay, so we will try to see how much we can able to do it in 30 seconds. In this much time. Okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yesterday was 9th of November, and this is what was submitted. Okay. So yeah, there were some of the people, they straight away said nothing, no questions. So yeah, that's good and as well as bad. Okay, so no questions. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? Okay, fine. Chalo, let's start going through it one by one. Team. Yeah, some people are happy. They are like, the session is very valuable. It's very useful. Some people this, that, yeah. Okay, so I know these all things are very required, guys. Okay, so there is again like Henry Ford, you might have known, right? Ford Motors, who actually created the first motor engine, Henry Ford. So what he said is, had I listened to my customers, I would have built a fast horse, because the customers did not even have the clarity what they wanted. Two-wheeler, that motor bikes were not there at that time. He was the first person who actually designed that motor engine. Okay, two-wheeler bikes and all that. He was the first person who designed. So he said, had I listened to the customers, they would have said, I need a fast horse. Okay, not a motorbike to run. But so that's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Key. I know that what you guys need, because I've seen 12 years in industry. You might not really understand, but it is something which is required for you, and I feel it has to be given. Okay, and I try to as much as educate you guys in this journey as possible. Okay, and yes, some of you will able to collect nicely. Some might be still at a junior stage, but I want you to keep your mind open and receive everything, because there is huge value, and this can really make your IT career very simple, basically. Okay. Okay, fine. So chalo, let's move on. Okay, so first question. Okay, while communicating in team, I feel so nervous. Okay, so time I could sometimes I could not speak. So somebody has raised, so already a working professional. So while communicating in the team, I feel so nervous, so I not able to speak. Yes, communication is a very important aspect, and as part of the third week of this program, we are going to take up some activities which will help us to be good in communication. Okay. Now, what I realized is communication is a multi-step process. So, over since past 2 3 months, I've been trying to work on communication along with this batch also. What I realized is, as a level one, you forget about everything. As a level one, if you want to start doing communicating, this hesitation, nervousness itself should go away. This is what I realized. Step one is that you become bold, you become normal to at least speak. How you speak is still a different issue, but at least you should start speaking. And to answer this thing, okay, while communicating in team, I feel so much nervous and I'm not able to speak. The only way to do it is you should start speaking more often to different people, the people who you don't know, trying to strike some conversation. And what we do it as part of the third week is we have created the daily come live multiple times in Facebook. Individual groups keep coming live daily, maybe 2 times 3 times. Take any topic and start speaking spontaneously on the fly, maybe with some preparation, because the communication will improve only when you do it. Otherwise you will always feel this nervousness. And guys, this is not just theory. We have seen practical improvements happened in our system. Okay, there are some of the guys, they felt they became very confident and bold. Their personality really changed because they did it for like 6 months in a row, coming live, sharing, thinking on the spot. That confidence, boldness automatically came. So that's the only model. You do it often, you do it boldly, dire dire, you will start improving in it. So don't overthink about it. I would suggest start speaking to more people. And in the week 3, we will speak more about communication improvement. We will give task which if you implement will start giving value to you. Okay? Next, how to be calm and listen while we are getting requirements from seniors. Okay. So, okay, there are a lot of things to this. Okay, I'm just trying to understand what the person might be saying. Okay, so senior is giving you a requirement, how to stay calm. Okay, so some interpretations could be as he is telling, you might get confused. Okay, what is he really trying to say? Okay, or he told something, you understood something, and but still you have many questions back to him. Okay, that's where I think this kind of question is coming. How to be calm and listen, because definitely while he's giving a requirement, he will not become like are madde madde type, right? So I think some confusion might be triggering basically. Okay, Digo, I'll tell you what I used to do in my beginning days. Okay, uh, I used to work with clients who were like very big people, like very seniors. And maybe in that call, I was not able to always grasp whatever those people wanted me to do or not do. So in my beginning days of my career, maybe till even 2 years and 3 years, okay, while important conversations used to happen, not for every, but important conversation, I used to record it. Okay, because the point is they have thought about it so much of times that then they are coming and explaining you requirement, so they are at a more stable position, they know the feature more properly, and you are introduced for the first time to it. So what my suggestion would be, in the first time you just listen. Okay, whatever they are trying to say, you just absorb, just listen. Don't try to really cross question anything while the first time knowledge session is happening. Okay, now once all of that is given to you, then you start processing it. Maybe देखो now, if you get real maturity, maybe while he is saying and then he takes a pause, on the spot you will be able to think and then question back, hey, this is right, this is wrong. Okay, that will come with time. But otherwise, as a step one, do the meeting, collect all what he's trying to say. Either you can record the session, or I have done this practice, I take a pen and a paper. So when people are really giving me a lot of pointers, I write a few things down ki, acha, to yahan pe he's saying this, he's saying this. And then once I get all that, later I take some time out to think about what exactly were the requirements provided, then trying to get the clarity in my mind. If then I have confusion, I consolidate my questions together, then arrange a call back with that person ki bhai, I am not clear with these things, I understood it like this, like please correct me. And then to and fro call, okay, finally things are good. So what I would suggest is straight away, even if you're confused for the first time, don't immediately act. Try to really take it, make some notes, record, think about it, what this guy might be saying, then come up with all your understanding and questions, then raise it back to those people and get it sorted. Okay? So this is how you do it. And over a period of time, your maturity, your way of thinking will all start getting more better. Okay? Next. How may I know how to get certificates from LinkedIn in regards to technical exam? Okay. If I just understand it, LinkedIn is providing this LinkedIn learning platform. So in LinkedIn learning, at least what I have done is I have taken an annual pay of that. Okay, monthly I think 1300, 1400 something is there, or 1500, I don't remember. Annual was like 14,000 something. So I've taken an annual subscription of LinkedIn, LinkedIn learning, where there is so many courses available about everything. Okay, technical milega, soft skills milega, everything will be available. And whenever you do that kind of course, this in the end they give a certificate for that. Okay, so it's all about you keep doing it. There will be even exams in that. Sometimes you have to give the test, pass it with proper, then you get certificate. Or I think as a LinkedIn profile, you have this assessment test. Maybe when you give that, they even give you some badges. Okay, you are this, you are that. Okay, so these are the ways by which you can get some kind of recognition in the LinkedIn platform. Okay, but guys, learning is required. That's where investing money in learning is always a good deal. Okay, next. I have 2 years of experience, but I am working as 4 years person experience, but there is no hike. What to do? Okay. So I have 2 years of experience, but I am working as 4 years, like no hike. What to do? Again, any decision has to be factored in with multiple inputs. Okay, for making one decision, you have to consider multiple angles here. Okay, first of all, yes, right now you might be having 2 years of experience. Okay, whatever is your package, is the market, if you plan for a switch, will the market already whatever you're earning, is that the market standard, or will the market give you really a very big hike on top of this? You have to really study what is happening in the market. Okay, right now your experience, you might be doing a 4 years of experience, but if in the company policy they see like you like a 2 years, maybe they are not able to give hike. So you have to first analyze key in the market, if you try to switch, what kind of package can you get? Okay, and if it is practical for many companies, I would then say key, and if you really feel based upon the statement you're doing a job of like 4 years, in such cases go ahead, speak to your manager. So make up your mind, if you're not really happy financially, it's very bad, I'm not saying it's thoda bad, it's really bad, and you're unhappy to that state, check it out what the market can offer you. Maybe even to start hunting, get a few offers as well, and then speak with your manager, I'm really doing a lot of effort, but this money is really very less, it is really impacting me. Now either you increase this, or I would have to make another financial decision. So if you are unhappy financially, you feel you're getting underpaid, yes, it is always a good option to switch to a better place which can give you nice money. Okay, so there should always be skill versus money balance happening. दोनों में up down ज़्यादा नहीं. So if you feel you are really good, underpaid, yes, you deserve a better money either from the current project, or you go from the market, get it from there, compare it, tell it to your manager, भाई मेरे को इतना चाहिए, then only I can continue, otherwise I am moving out. Have that honest conversation, because financial need is also a valid need. Okay, this is what. But if you feel that your market bhi nahi dega and you are there is a negative angle to this. If you're already getting good paid, but you are just comparing कि भाई मैं 4 साल का ही काम कर दे रहा हूँ, I should be paid more. So if the market is not ready to pay that much amount right now to you, so thoda sa you have to then accept this fact that the market cannot pay me more than this. Okay, but if you get to maybe startup or a middle level company, they might pay. So thoda mindset ko bhi clear rakho. Don't live in frustration. This is what I would like to say, because at least you're learning good stuff. So first priority, yes, try to see if you can get a better package. If it is not coming, so then try to make peace with the current situation, but keep continuously growing, because if not now, in 2 years from now, market mein jab when you switch, right now 2 experience, but 4 years experience mein market might start paying you a lot of more money as well. So keep growing, keep learning, be at peace, try to hunt and live. So all the factors told, maybe think about it properly. Okay. Next, how to handle the people as we are growing up the ladder. Okay. In what way we can make strong mindset irrespective their opinions. Okay. So maybe this is something like, if you are succeeding, maybe this is what it is. If you are really succeeding in your life, going up the ladder, other people might make opinions about you. They might try to create clashes with you, frictions with you. If that happens, then how do you really deal with this situation? Okay. So first of all, I have done few things in my life. I never connect with anybody who might not be happy with my growth. Zero connect. Be it even my relatives. Okay. Be it my relatives, be it my college friends, be it my close friends also. But if they will not be happy with my growth, I stop talking to them. Maybe immediately, maybe over a period of time, because I know that someday they will pull me back. So I don't maintain those relationships. If somebody is unhappy with my growth, I maintain distance from such people. That's my thumb rule of life all throughout. Okay. Some अच्छे अच्छे बंदे भी है. And then there is this another factor. I know this jealousy exists, so I don't share all the details to them. Okay. No matter how much successful I might become, I will not tell them, because I know that they will feel bad about it. Okay. So I know that they will feel bad about it, so I don't reveal all of that. So I would say ki thoda aise. Now if somebody is saying ki what if, what to do, okay, message chala gaya. Okay. So yeah, first thing what I would like to suggest is try to maintain distance with. Okay. Now the second thing, if in your team, I guess this is what somebody popped up another question, if within your team itself you are growing and other feel clashes, I already gave that answer yesterday. You should not, you should not try to grow alone in your team or company. You will always face a lot of struggle, others will pull you back, and you will always be right maybe, but others will play games. There are always possibilities that others might try to cut you off as well. Okay. Don't do that, don't do that. And this life is too short to be selfish and just self-centered. I want you to think right, and the right way of thinking is I should grow and the people along with me should also grow. That's it. That's the thumb rule of living. I already told that as a conclusion. And if you violate that, you will face consequences. If you are trying to grow alone and you don't care about the people other than you, you will face a lot of challenges in your life, in positive forms, negative forms, and there will be a lot of mental tension and pressure to you, and you will not really enjoy your success. But if you want to be happy and successful, you have to take the people and grow them together with you. That's the only model. If they are with you, like your team members and all, but if they are somebody who are like far away relationships, I think just ignore them and just move on. Try to detach even from those relationships, because it will not matter much. Okay. But if it is your team, take them along with you. If you feel the team environment is so toxic, okay, nahi dena hai meko, okay, I would better say ki switch the project. If you hate somebody so much that you cannot really invest time in their growth and do that, you will internally end up affecting yourself more every single day of your life. Usse acha hai, leave this toxic environment, go to a peaceful project, peaceful company where you will actually feel happy to be, rather than staying in this friction. So be happy at work, guys, not in frustration. You can make decisions. It's okay to switch, but switch for the proper reasons. Okay, that's what it is. So this is what, hope that helps. Okay. Next, I have spent 5 years in non-IT, okay, and trying to move into IT. Please suggest me the best way how better I can do it. Okay, 5 years in the non-IT and then trying to get into the IT industry. Okay, first of all, it depends. Again, there are questions. There is no one answer for it. It depends on multiple situations. Okay, first situation. Are you going to try really like a fresher? Okay, and that will not work. Too much experience trying as a fresher, that will not work. There are many reasons for that why it will not work, because even when company is hiring a fresher, maximum they go 2 years before. Even campus drives or off campus, whatever they pick, maybe 2022 pass out lenge or maximum 2021 jayenge. They'll not even look for 2020, and old profiles just it doesn't really work. Okay, so when they look even for freshers, they look for the recent. Now, as a non-IT trying to get into IT, my suggestions will be try to establish some contacts with people which can give you work assignments or project experience where you can do make your hands dirty. Like, you need to actually don't leave your current field if you're already earning and stable. Okay, I would suggest parallelly start doing some IT projects, maybe as a freelancer or as an intern or whatever. Okay, spend 6 months, 1 year in parallelly doing some projects along with maybe your current job. If you feel nahi meko job pura quit karna hai, so in that case also start going through this track, maybe internship wise or freelancer wise, or maybe if you have your friends, maybe associate with them and you do your own personal projects, that is also fine. But before you really take on the challenge of the IT industry, I would suggest spend 1 year in really building something, coding, developing, doing all these things in a maybe real environment as close as possible. If you spend like maybe 1 year doing this, so training bhi ho raha hai, parallelly, literal practical execution is happening, and even if you spend 1 year in that, okay, so then my suggestion will be ki bhai, try to see if somehow you can really showcase it ki within this 1 year or maybe 2 years, you have done very complicated work, and then you're actually trying to position yourself. Yeah, I'm having 2 years in the IT industry. So you don't say like I'm 0 years, but you just really position yourself. Yeah, I'm having 2 years or 3 years already in the IT industry. I've done so many projects already, and that is where I'm asking for this package. So for 5 years non-IT, all of a sudden starting from zero might not work. Okay, so it should be okay, you have already done something in the past, maybe 6 months, 1 year, and then going through them. Okay, somebody is talking about fake and all that, so let's not use this kind of thing in a recorded wala session. Okay, so you guys are smart about it, but let's not, maybe some in one-on-one we can talk about these things. Okay, but yeah, just be enough ki what I would say ki you should actually say that you have done something for 2 years, and you should have actually done some practical knowledge which you can position properly, and then try. Don't go in like 0 years experience, it will be a struggle. If you have your friends, now there is another path. Okay, I'm just giving ideas. If you have some friends already in the industry, if they can somehow through references and contacts get you inside, that model will also work even with 0 years of experience. But if there are people with good positions, if you try to establish right contact with them, they will be like chalo chance de dete. That model can also work. So if you can find such close friends, ask them to refer, get inside maybe with as 6 months, 1 year experience, and they will take care of the initial hiccups for you, so that will also work. Okay, but thoda, if you have something to show, that will always be counting for you. Others will trust you more. Okay, that's what it is. So you should not try to go and keep yourself parallel to fresher. That will not work. Okay, next, how to concentrate to learn things. Okay, how to concentrate do to learn things. Okay, there is simple. As part of the productivity week which we will doing in this career program, productivity week will be there, where we'll do a lot of activities and techniques which will help us to stay focused. As part of that, we are already following one Pomodoro system. Okay, that system is designed so that our focus and concentration level grows up regardless of what we do: work, learn, anything. Focus level ऊपर करने के लिए, that is a productivity system like Pomodoro technique. ठीक है? We will do it practically as we go forward, but it's a simple technique which says work for 25 minutes, then take some break, then again work for 25 minutes. And when you are working for the 25 minutes, turn off your phone and everything, sit at one place and do concentrated effort. Now beat this learning. It's like you need to train your mind and the body to focus. If you are already lying on the bed, maybe some of you might be attending this session by lying on the ground, that will not work. You're training your mind to really do that, and that's a really bad thing. Okay, so you should just be like, guys, I'm just taking questions which are there in this form sheet. Okay, so if you're just sleeping, staying too much lazy and all, so that will not work. You need to keep yourself disciplined while you're focusing. Sit in a chair, table somewhere, focus it like that, and then concentrate there. Do it for 25 minutes, and then take a 5 minutes break. Drink water, freshen up, again come back. Matlab, physical plus mental attention should be high. Then laziness will go away, and that's how you can start becoming better. Okay? For the questions which are coming in the chat, maybe we will talk about it by the session is done. Okay, because that's what yesterday we promised we will speak about these questions which are here. Okay. I want to continue the entire month session. Okay, very good. Continue. Next, how to get strong in data structures. Because I am a non-IT student and I am fearing in data structures. Okay. I'll just give you guys 2-3 quick tips. First, you should know what data structures are and how to use them for doing application development. So the nature of data structures, hash le lo, matlab hash maps, hash sets, or table forms, or list forms, or stack forms, like how exactly they work, what is the nature of it, and how to use them for which use cases. Nothing but if you know applications, okay, application of these data structures, when to use it and how it will be organized, just usage part of it. If you have that full clarity, I think middle scale companies, small scale companies, that kind of basic knowledge is going to be enough for doing it. And practically, you should know how to use that. Okay? But if it is about really hardcore data structures, what people speak about, writing the internal logics of how these things really work. Okay? How these things really work, and then list related algorithms and hash related algorithms. When it goes into internal of it, and not just working of this structure, but using this, how you can achieve other functionalities. Like itna core mein chale ja rahe ki the way data structure was designed internally, can you do that kind of programming for achieving any other functionality? When you go to that level of data structures, which is for these big companies like Amazon, Google, they focus to that level. Internally, the way the data structure is designed, can you write that kind of logic to achieve any more complicated requirement also? That is next level of data structure. So you need to first decide to what depth you want to get in data structure. First, fear nikalna padega, because that will anyways not work for you. So know it कि किस depth tak jana hai. So don't be scared. So there are two different kind of market for data structures. One is knowing everything and usage of it. Another thing is knowing how it is built up, and that kind of core logic you should be able to use to write some other logics. So not just write the core logic of stack. People don't ask that question. But the way the core logic of stack was written, using that kind of logics of linking and all that, can you write some other business requirement? Okay, and for big companies, it is required because really optimizations has to happen there. So if you want to go into that level, then you have to do a different kind of study. Okay, if you just want to know the usage, high level, that's an easy one to do. If you want to get into core, then you have to go through multiple books of that. There are websites like Geek for Geek, website Geek for Geek is there, careercup.com is there. Okay, and I think Hacker Rank, Hacker, they also give those kind of lot of coding assignments. So you have to practice extensively there in order to really know this core part. So you decide to what level you want to go, and accordingly start putting efforts there, and you'll be able to get it. But for many small companies, medium scale companies, they don't go into that depth of ye batao, wo batao. The basic ready-made YouTube you will find, Google you'll find some straight away things how to use it. Those kind of questions will come. Okay. But yeah, challenging companies will get, and for that you have to work harder using these websites which I said. Okay, fine, moving on. Okay, from 6 years of experience, okay, if I want to achieve all those things that mentioned from 0 to 5 of experience, what I have to do and how can I proceed further? Okay, so yesterday we spoke about experience slots. 0 to 2, 0 to 3 should do what, 3 to 5 should do what, 5 to 7 should do what. Now the question is coming, okay, from 6 years of experience, if I want to achieve all those things that mentioned for the junior experience range, what should I do? How should I proceed? Now, first of all, guys, this is the problem which I was trying to say yesterday. Step by step growth is mandatory. If you just somehow on paper, on experience, just grow up, which is this case, already aage chale gaye, okay, and you don't have that core foundation, struggling phases will come because your thinking will not be that good. Your core foundation is weak. Challenges, you will not be able to deal with bigger challenges. Okay, now the point is, any problem will have a solution. Okay, the only question is how much time it will take and how much efforts you are ready to put for that. Okay, that's it. Your amount of effort and how much time it will take. If you can be patient for that much time, and if you can put those much of efforts, eventually the results will come, because we all can learn. That's the thing. Okay, so fine, now you are in a situation, whoever asking this question, in a situation ki 6 saal ho gaya hai, and how I should proceed. Okay, now what my suggestion will be, first of all, you need to understand with your current experience level what these people or the current project is expecting from you. So you cannot start from like zero se shuru karti hu. It cannot happen, or karta hu. Okay, so you need to really start from the current state, what these guys are right now expecting from you. Okay, and then start training yourself towards the currently justifying whatever is your current role. Okay, and then one by one, if you understand ki whatever you're trying to currently do, you're not able to do certain areas properly, then from there gradually go down the ladder. अच्छा, इसके लिए prerequisit is I should know this first, then I will be able to do this properly. Like this, then whichever area you feel you are struggling, एक एक करके prioritize it, most important to least important, and then learn those dependent things one by one. Okay, so this is the only way of doing it. First you understand your project need, team need, and accordingly you start with that and then gradually add more to it. Okay, this is what I would say, but yes, it will take time. You would have to put more efforts. Okay, weekends maybe effort dalna padega, weekdays maybe effort dalna padega, because if you are saying ki nahi, I want a casual life, and then future will get scary. Okay, so daily you have to put extra hours to learn this. Weekends also, yes, have family time, but put some hours definitely to learn this. And then you have to be patient for maybe 6 months, 1 year, because you're trying to cover something which you have not done for the past 5 years. There is challenging path, but it is doable. Okay, so just know it. Fine, next. I do always what you say. I make my team independent. Okay, very good. So whatever we were discussing, somebody is saying, okay, that guy is already doing it. Very happy for you. Okay, very happy for you, and keep it up. Okay, so next, moving on. How to handle, guys, it is 10 today, but I would still like to continue for some more time. ठीक है, क्वेश्चंस वाइंड अप नहीं करते, अगर किसी को नींद आ रही है तो थोड़े थोड़े आके ऐसे खोल के बैठते हैं. Okay, so let's see, we'll try to go for some more questions. Okay, I'll try to speed up as well. Next, how to handle stress in deadlines to work to do to complete the work on time, basically. Okay, if I'll take some specific this topic as part of the next week also, but देखो, stress comes due to a lot of factors. First, lack of clarity and overcommitment. Okay, lack of clarity and overcommitment will give you stress. How does it happen? First of all, before you start some work, देखो, deadlines will be there, but I'll again next week, while we discuss, right from tomorrow we will be launching how to work end to end in the projects. As part of that, these deadlines, estimations, we will discuss about all of those things, because everything is critical, and not doing it in the right manner will add stress on you. Okay? So generally what happens is, any work that you take, just follow this model, guys, your life will become peaceful. Any work that you take, before taking the work, you should have a clarity, okay, what needs to be done and how much time it will take. Without this clarity, don't start working, don't start coding. You need to have clarity, what needs to be done and how much is the estimate. Roughly, what do you think kitna time lagega? Okay. Next, you need to tell this clearly to your manager, lead, whoever. The expectations has to be set. Now the thing is, what till this it's fine, but now where people go wrong is during the beginning time, relaxes. Okay, now you need to work in a different manner here. First, during the beginning time, you need to really put efforts. Are there any dependencies, confusions, questions which needs more clarity? So you have to really break down. If you have said 5 days of work, so in the first day itself, you need to identify all dependencies, questions, or clarifications which you need from somebody else in order to really get your work done smoothly. So day one pay, you should chase up for dependencies. Next, run with those people so that they do their work on time. If there is any open questions which you are not aware, ask them so that they answer it on time. Okay, so first day has to be more dependency, doubts clarifying, so that your life will be peaceful. The second important part is the first half of the time duration. So if you have given 5 days estimate, my always throughout my 12 years experience, my way of working, and even I work this with my team, okay, the first half of it, nothing but initial 3 days, you should work as focused and as best efforts as you can. Okay, you should put full efforts in the first 3 days. Okay, you will realize maybe the entire 5 days work will be done in 3 days only, and less 2 days you can just chill out. Time pass karta tha main. Okay, but by that way, what happens is, if you focus to finish the work in the first half itself, the major part of the work gets addressed. If there are any problems, they get addressed, and the second part, you will be always in a relaxed mode. If you don't do this, deadline ka dar fir aane lagta hai. So way ahead, you finish it. Okay, and try to finish it in the first itself. Okay, another thing where people go wrong, it's not doing all these things say impact mein fir stress comes there. Another thing is the most challenging piece in your project, the most challenging, whatever task it is, the most challenging part where you are like, I don't know what will happen, whether I will be able to do it or not, you should do that one the first item when you start doing it. Because the more you delay that, it contains uncertainty, confusion, and that uncertainty, confusion will stretch your deadlines, and a lot of other problems will happen. Okay, so the uncertain box, the challenging box, you take it up first 3 days, first 50% of your project, full efforts on that, and then make sure ki 60% tak ki life peaceful ho ja rahi hai. Remaining time you enjoy, that is fine, and then the life goes on forward. Okay, if you start working like this in your corporate, pressure will never come, deadlines will never get problem. And guys, I will literally tell you, literally, you might say ki it's not practical. How is that practical? I'll literally tell you, for like 4 years, 5 years, we never missed even one single deadline in my entire project. For 4-5 years, we never missed a deadline for any project. No matter what my 40-member team was doing, we never missed it. Okay, why? Because it was planned and executed in a manner, okay, uncertainty will not be there, complexity will not be there, and we will be able to meet the project on time. But if you don't do these other things which I said, reverse impact may, doubts will come, open questions will come, then dependencies will come with other people, this is not there, that is not there. Later on, you will stretch more, work over weekends, still not getting results, quality will be impacted, everything falls apart. So I gave you what's the right way of working. You do it like that, life becomes simple. Not doing it like that, बहुत सारे problems are. And don't try to deal stress there, because that's the outcome, because the problem is caused at some other core problem fix curve. That is the way of working there, not fixing the stress here. Okay, now next, moving on. Okay, next question. Today is my first session, got link from my friend, and right now I'm working as an intern Java developer. So congratulations. This is what I have to say. Keep joining if you are available today also. Otherwise, pata nahi. Yesterday, today ho gaya, aaj banda gayab ho gaya. Consistency is the core required for success. Okay? So hopefully, I don't know whether that person is here, but keep it up. Next, thanks for the valuable session. Fine. Next. Uh, okay. So there is a big question here coming. Can you please explain? Okay, can you please explain data engineering with Python project end-to-end flow that maintains some kind of security, and your thoughts on how to build a strong career in data engineering with Python? What are the necessities? Okay, so देखो, honestly speaking, I have not done work as for point of data engineering. Okay, there is a kind of data warehouse project which happens. Okay. Acha, Deepak is saying that I'm having experience in this. So Deepak, is it possible that you can answer this? Deepak, can you share some inputs on this one? Deepak, is it possible? Yes, I can. Okay, let's see. Hi, Deepak Babu. Okay. एक second. Yeah, Deepak, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Actually,
Deepak.
in one of my project, while I was learning, like it was my intern, so we were doing one POC over data engineering. So we had created one pipeline. So we were just extracting a raw data, like we normally call our Postgre. From the source, we were taking a data as a raw, and after that, we were just using the Airbyte. That is the data ingestion tool for the integrating a data from the different sources. So like we have a data from the, might be in the future we can have a data from the SQL server, Postgre. So basically it ingests the data. So we were ingesting data to the Amazon S3 bucket. We were storing our data in the Parquet format, and after inserting a data into Parquet format, we were writing some ETL through the Spark SQL. And after writing the extract, the again after writing our data, what the transformations we have to do. After we were again saving the data into again the into the menu in the Amazon S3, and after ingesting data, what clean transform data we got. So for that, using a distributed computing, we were using Hive to as it is a data warehousing tool. So we have extracted data from the Hive, which basically convert the Parquet format data and it shows us in the form of row and column. And after just cleaning transformations and after creating a table, after that we are just connected to the Apache Superset, or we may use Power BI for the dashboard visualization purpose. But during this process, we just got some, even after using the distributed computing framework, like we have used Apache Spark and we have used Hive, but still we were getting latency in our dashboard. So we have used Presto DB. That is basically a distributed computing engine, which help us to run our query at a faster level. It distributes a query among the different group. It's having a parser which work at different level. So that's the POC we had done over the data engineering in my as an intern when I was working for the
And
last
how
for
much
6 months.
experience you have, Deepak, right now?
Actually, currently I have 11 months, but for the 2 and 3 months I had work over this project. So it was very awesome POC I had done.
Okay.
Even we had moved to the Delta Lake, and we're just using the Delta Lake there, like which is normally Databricks is providing.
ठीक है. Okay. Now, ठीक है. So I think yes, what Deepak has raised. So he has really summarized that there are a lot of tools required in the process and how it works. Okay. So in my project, we have a kind of a data warehouse project. Okay. So where it is like stream of data. So what a few things which Deepak was telling right now. What happens is this is a different kind of project experience. Okay. So we are using some product called as AWS, given by AWS, which is AWS Glue. Okay, so for those guys who are not aware for these kind of projects, okay, I have not worked on it, but we have one module about it, but to a very basic extent. So Deepak has more extensive exposure, at least in whatever time he worked on that. Okay, so we have the central piece. Okay, And data engineering, or we call it as data warehouse project. So it simply connects to multiple sources of data. So connects to multiple sources, pulls the data from there. Okay, then there will be some Python jobs written or some Lambda functions written, which is going to take this data from multiple sources, convert it into some other format. So data might come from JSON, it might come from flat file system, it might come from database. So there is one central layer which pulls the data from multiple sources. Okay, it can come from SFTP files, it can come from S3, it can come from a database, it can come from some file system. So different जगह से data आएगा. Then you have to write logic as a middle layer, maybe in Python. Generally Python is preferred there, which takes this input, converts it into a pattern, and then stores it into a, that is what ETL, okay, transformation layer, which comes in between. Okay, it transforms that into a format which can be inserted in plain database. So that conversion logic that happens, transformation logic in between. So collect data from multiple sources, write Python scripts to convert it, and then store it into database. We are using like Aurora database there. So it is also given by AWS itself, Aurora database. And then there is a tool, monitoring tool like Power BI, which connects to that tool and gets some reporting. Okay. So point is, it's just a flow. Security wise, you have to be aware about connectivity, infrastructure connectivity. If, since it is like, let's say if you're trying to connect to a remote SFTP location, so you need to have like source who is trying to connect to that remote places. Is the IP proper whitelisted, or is the VPN tunnel set up between the two? Okay, or is there a certificate exchange before you really pull the data from those places? So you have to worry about key, apart from the source, nobody else is supposed to pull from that place. So security principles like that will be required. So accordingly, it's a network level configuration which needs to be done. Similarly, if you're trying to connect to the database, so IP authentication, these will be the thing. How do you measure genuinely only you are allowed to access it? So some credentials might be there, some certificates might be there, private public key, all has to be figured out, IP whitelisting has to be there, and then the exchange has to happen. Okay. So it depends. And since you're trying to connect to external machines, maybe of some other company, so वहाँ पे थोड़ा सा और serious हो जाता है certificate. But it comes like with infrastructure knowledge is required to do stuff in this one. Okay. But again, guys, I would suggest ki take up some, I think, on YouTube and also explore more about the tools, processes required. But ideally, security wise, so this is what it is. Okay. Okay. Chalo, next. Changing the company now, good or not? We will stop this session at 10:30. Okay, we will still take for 20 more minutes. उससे पहले थोड़ा attendance दे देते, if somebody is really for that, if somebody wants to drop. So I don't want to mess up with you for a long time. Let me just give you the attendance link. Okay. Copy. And there are a few more announcements. Okay, for all job seekers, I'm planning something specifically to you, for you guys. I'll just announce it. Okay, so this full program, Monday to Friday, 4 week, is for working professionals, but for job seekers, I'm trying to just arrange something. Okay, pasted the attendance. You can mark it here. Code is 5656 and the attendance. So for all the job seekers, this coming Saturday, okay, which is what, 12th of November, we will be arranging a specific 2 hours of session. Okay, so 2 hour session for all the job seekers, where we will be discussing about multiple job seeking related inputs based upon the current market, what strategy, how to apply, or why calls are not coming, what to do right in order to do it. So specifically, it would be for job seekers. So if you guys are interested, yes, I will be sharing the Zoom link for that event. It will be on 12th November, 8 p.m. Okay. So me and my brother will be joining as part of that. So he's HR working with companies. So he has another variation of it, how people do it. So for all job seekers, we will be arranging a 2 hours exclusive workshop on Saturday, 8 p.m. Okay. But rest, this entire project, this program will focus on working professionals, but that will be required for job seekers. If you are really especially gap related people, or if you don't get a proper exposure in your previous job. So you need to know all this knowledge which will come. Okay. And speaking about tomorrow, guys, tomorrow's day is very important. Don't miss tomorrow's day. We will be okay, like I said, in this program we will be discussing end-to-end application development life cycle. So tomorrow we will be firstly introducing that. And guys, देखो, agile, everybody says agile kar lete, and the basics of agile and everything. But I have practically seen, if agile is not implemented in the right manner, how it backfires on the team very badly. Everybody will be under pressure, clients will be unhappy, complaints will be coming if agile is not implemented rightly. And so there is a very thin line, yeah, to what level you should enforce the rules of agile and when to become flexible in that. That smartness should come in your decision making, then only projects will be able to successfully run agile. So textbook definition of agile is only for getting started, but some customization has to happen, and many people in industry are not able to do that customization as well. Okay, there are challenges. So wrong implementation backfires, team will be in stress, more micromanagement will come. So you need to know what's the right way of doing. Okay, guys, is the link working? Somebody is saying the link is not working. Is it working? Are you guys able to fill the attendance?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Guys, thoda sa, yeah, for others it's working. So that one guy jisko nahi chala, thoda sa, just check it again, man. Refresh it, come from a different browser or something. Okay, so tomorrow is a very important because we will lay down the steps for this project related journey. And yeah, guys, so I'm confirming this officially. Monday, we will be inviting one of my architect friend who is a technical lead very extensively with that knowledge. I said, right, coding. So the main primary topic will be how to code and how to debug in the industry. Okay. So I'll be inviting him Monday 9 p.m. session. So just do join. Okay. So it's all going to be very insightful, and I will be available. I'll also ask some cross questions. Something अगर नहीं समझ रहा है तो भाई ये कैसे होता है बता लोगों को. ठीक है. So this is what it will be. Fine. We will still continue for next 15 minutes before we wind up. Okay. So attendance is done, but still, and maybe we can continue these questions later on as part of some other day. Okay. Okay. Fine. So moving on. Fine. I am trying for top MNCs like Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Okay. For that, reaching to people on LinkedIn. How can I get job postings that were available? Okay. Okay. Now, there is this one thing. If you just visit their websites, okay. If you just visit their websites, you will be finding jobs link or / career pages. Just you search for Amazon jobs. In their official website, they would have posted all the job openings that they have. So that's the right place to go through. You can find all the job openings. You can apply from there as well. They might post on other platforms, but their official website is the right place to go search and go. And I think there are a lot of jobs posted by all these three giants on their own pages. So just Google it out, Amazon jobs, Amazon careers, go to their official website, start searching for your right ones, apply for them, and then reach out to people via LinkedIn. Tell them I'm interested in that kind of job. Can you apply my profile and blah, blah, blah things. Okay. So, but yes, you can find it one place on their official websites. Okay. Thanks for your valuable time. And yes, trying to share. Somebody says time management problem. So guys, as we go forward in this session, we will do 24 hours mastery where we are going to cover this time management. So for now, you can ignore, chill on this one. Okay. Okay, just this one more question. Okay. I got affected by layoffs. Okay. I got affected by layoffs in my previous company. I analyze. Okay. Fine. Actually, I think we have some HR from Amazon as well in our group. Okay. So ये बंदा is saying कि Today in Amazon, in HR, we have been notified that new hirings will be on hold till further notifications. Hiring will be at its minimal. अरे साले तो ये मैसेज लेके पब्लिक को डराने के लिए डाला है. Okay, so yes, we have an HR from Amazon as part of this call. He is saying कि right now they are notified कि so okay, this is internal of Amazon, so YouTube से भी इसको edit कर लेंगे, ठीक है? But yeah, even Google announced it publicly that their hiring will also be on hold. So it's all happening. Okay, so market में थोड़ा सा up and down is going on right now. ठीक है. Now speaking about this, okay, I got affected by layoffs in my previous company. I analyzed and got to know that I am not much confident while talking. Okay, and I am not able to talk boldly, straightforward, though I am not that much bad in technical. Okay, but still I am not so interactive and not able to talk boldly in front of my seniors while keeping my point. Please suggest how do I improve in this area. First of all, I'll just tell you that this itself is an example where not proper communication, talking, and trying to be on the same page with your team members can impact. And the impact came like laid off because the bridging was causing the problem. Okay. Now, to this person, I would just say, ki, dekho, point is, yes, good that you analyzed and you have drawn this. So you are knowing that you're technically good, but problem is only in your expressing and connecting with people. I would again say, dekho, communication ko layer by layer, you have to break it down. First, removing this internal hesitation, nervousness by talking more to random people. Speak more, express your points more. If you feel something is right or wrong, keep telling it, keep expressing it to the people. Okay? And this nervousness nikalna padega. As part of the week 3, we will be doing multiple go live sessions where you individually come live and express your views. Keep expressing your views. Jitna hoga, ek point will come, you will be like, it's so default for me. Right now, you have not done so much. That's where this awkwardness is coming. Maybe as part of some of our live session, we will ask you to present something, explain something to everybody. The more you do these kind of things, where you explain, reach out to more people, or maybe you can just go and teach somebody. Some school में चले जाओ, वहाँ पे जाके बच्चों को सिखा दो, and meet some random people, explain them things something. The more you do, the more normal and relaxed you will start feeling. So I would say that's it. Try to create opportunities where you can speak, explain, be it your job, be it in your personal life, be it in groups like these, and maybe we will create some 2-3 members. You start interacting with one another, meet with new people, talk more with new people, and go live will coming. So week 3 may will do a lot of things there, but doing is required. Okay. Next, somebody says, if my team lead and senior are not supporting, oh, what should I do? Okay, देखो guys, IT में all kind of people are there, all kind of projects are there. You will not find always everybody good. So it's a mix basically. Industry is a mix. There are good people, there are very good people, there are bad people, there are average. Everybody is there. Okay. If suppose you land up into such environments where people are not supporting, okay, from the first side, you should put your full efforts to mix with people, mingle with people, trying to really help others, and then people will respond to what you do. So if you show that helping nature, caring nature, others will respond more to you. Okay, not really required with seniors, even with juniors. If you go out as the first step, okay, then others will respond back in that manner. Okay, first from your side, you put all your efforts, and then let's see how the others are responding to it. Okay, try to be along, try to get the project and all. Seniors ko bhi as a friend banane ka de. If you are keeping only professional relationships with your seniors, they will never be like getting very close and supporting. In our teams, in our project, my project, seniors care so much about the team members. Okay, I don't have to tell them. There have been cases, literally, let me tell you, itna ownership, extreme ownership by my team members. I tell them ki bhai, close the work, no need to work. I tell them, don't do it, we will move this to the next sprint. Without informing me, the team does it, because this area clients will then complain now if you don't finish it right now. So I tell you, don't do it. Still they will wake up still night 2 a.m. and they will finish it. They are not supposed to do it, but they take that ownership ki bhai, Let's do it. Even if Tausif is saying no, but let's do it because they feel the client should not feel bad. Okay? So just that kind of people will also be there. My simple suggestion will be try to maintain a personal relationship also with the man leads. Personal relationship as in friendly relationship. ठीक है, friendly relationship. Okay, not just professionally, but as a off the record जो बोलते हैं ना, ठीक है, एक on the record होता है, एक off the record. So एक maintain, okay, off the record kind of talks with them कि अरे यार, I'm really wanting to grow in this area. Can you suggest me some books? How did you deal with it in your beginning of your career? Can you just suggest something to me as a small brother or sister to you? Okay, like this. This will not be official talk, but it is just like trying to learn wala talks. ठीक है? Okay, what did you do when you were into challenge? Can you give me like 2-3 inputs? You are so experienced person. Share me a few things. If you can build even that kind of relationship, okay, then automatically they will start giving you more and more value. Okay, so make them reach out in a different manner. And even if you do all of those things, if finally things are not working, if you do feel you're not getting supported and you feel unhappy at your job, in such cases, yes, better to move to a different place. Okay, that's it. That's the final way to go, but it comes up later. Okay. Okay, team. So still there are a lot of questions actually. Okay. Maybe we will take the questions as part of some other session. But at least for today, we will be pausing it. Let me even put this into some color so that we don't miss this question. And then we will be continuing later. Okay. So guys, hope this helps. And do join tomorrow. Is going to be a very important session. And from there onwards, we will still week 2 will be there. And let's see, this entire course will be a very useful one. Chalo, thank you all for your time. And it went late today. Thank you. Take care. I have a nice time.